A crucial moment for Bitcoin right now after getting another rejection from $25,000 yesterday, making our way down, losing the trend line. Now we are trying to get back inside of that trend line. The stock market yesterday took a massive dump. This is the point of decision. What is going to be happening now for the Bitcoin price for the rest of the week and the coming weeks? We are going to be discussing that and more today. So make sure to like the video, make sure to subscribe to the channel, make sure to click that bell for notifications because we are bringing you the most timely and the most accurate Bitcoin updates here on YouTube. As you can see, yesterday Bitcoin did reject once again from the $25,000 level, from this upper area of resistance, and then we made our way back down, actually losing this very important trend line that was forming some kind of ascending triangle pattern, and we are currently right now trying to back test this very important area of resistance, trying to make our way back inside of this sideways range. And of course, these were levels that we were ready and prepared for in the Casper Crew VIP Discord, giving the short setup from 25 to 85. Currently in the Casper Crew Discord, guys, we have given the long from the exact bottom, 21,481, and the short from the exact top. That is how I'm currently holding these two swing trades, the short from the top as well as the long from the bottom at 21.4. If you want to join the community, guys, where we do give these trade setups in advance, it's a technical analysis group, not a signals group. You can go to patreon.com/JasonCasper, where we do 3 live streams a day. You can see right here yesterday, these are all the trades that we took yesterday, just going through this price action, walking it through live as it is happening. It's a great community for education. Also, guys, if you do want to learn how to trade this way and not gamble, but actually do this in a systematic way, you can go to JasonCasperTrading.com. This course will give you the knowledge and the skills you need to become a confident, profitable trader. Also, if you want to take advantage of the volatility on ByBit, 0% limit fees, as well if you deposit $100, you get a free month of our trading bot. So let's get into this Bitcoin chart and talk about what exactly is going to be happening in the next few days. Now, this is very simple to me. When we are zoomed in on a local chart, the most important levels that we have right now are going to be number one, 24,187, around that 24.2 zone. Why is this so important? Because this has been our support for 1, 2, 3 taps. In addition, not only is this the trend line that was support, now flipped into resistance, but it's also the value area low of this very important range that we've been trading here since the 15th of February. Why is this so important? Because whenever assets are trading, whenever price is moving, the market is trying to establish a fair value for that asset. It's going to do that by looking at where were most people willing to buy and sell the asset. So since February 15th, most people were willing to buy and sell Bitcoin between the price of 24.2 and about $25. That means if the price is now going to lose that 24.2 level, the market is going to start to establish a new fair value. However, right now, we could look at this as the asset being considered undervalued or cheap, looking to get a move back into the fair value, which would bring us back up to the $25,000. So if we can reclaim 24.2, it's actually more probable than not that we do make our way back up to the $25,000 level. That is going to be our most key resistance to the upside. Supports, it's also very important to understand that we still have not put in a lower low than what we put in on Monday, nor have we put in a lower low than what we put in over here on Friday, February 17th. These are also very, very important because if we're going to be looking at this on a very high term time frame, then we can also start to see that until we lose Friday's low, we are still technically in a very strong uptrend, right? We're still technically in a very strong uptrend, having not put in a lower low. If we are going to get a move down, if this actually was a significant high, it's not going to be confirmed for me until we put in a lower low on a high term time frame. And if we lose Friday's low, then officially, in my opinion, we will be in a downtrend, and we can look then for lower highs, and we can actually look for a move back down from here. So those are the two main levels I'm currently looking at, 24.2 being the most key resistance, and then Friday's low at around 23.4 as being the most key support. Now, if we zoom out here and we go to the daily time frame, we can see something else which is quite interesting, which is the fact that if we take all the volume that we've traded since June, and just pull it over here, we are still holding above this old value area. And we can still see that we are still in bullish market structure. However, if we look more locally and we go down to the 4-hour time frame and we look at all the volume that has traded since over here, the 20th of January, we can see that we're actually back inside this value area, meaning that if we're going to continue down from here and actually start to change market structure, putting in a lower low, the next major zone of support where I will be looking for a long is going to be that $22.8 thousand zone, where we have the value area low, the high volume node, as well as the golden pocket Fibonacci retracement and the 786. So these are the most key levels that we need to be looking at for Bitcoin. Until we lose Friday's low, we can still maintain a somewhat of a bullish bias, but still be aware that there is a very real potential that we have topped out around here. And one of the main reasons why this could be a significant top is because, once again, not only did we come up to test that high, but yes, we are in fact losing the trend line, and even consider this to be a bearish rising wedge pattern right now. And if we take a look at our indicator market Cipher B, we can see absolutely over time here the money flow on the 4-hour is getting lower. We are printing bearish divergences on the 4-hour time frame, and even if we go to higher time frames such as the 12-hour, we can see that we are printing, in fact, the dreaded upside down bearish Sam Bankman-Fried man boob pattern, whereas the price is getting higher and higher. Sam Bankman-Fried's man boobs and money flow are getting lower and lower, as can be seen right here on market Cipher B on the 12-hour. This is actually looking quite bearish here on the 12-hour, to be honest with you guys. So we also need to talk about the stock market, and then we're going to talk about what I think is going to be happening today for Bitcoin. So make sure to like the video, make sure to subscribe, make sure to click that bell. If we check out what is happening here on the stock market, this is very key right now. The S&P 500, guys, had broken out of this 1-year-long trend line, and we are currently coming back right now to retest this trend line as support. And not only is it a trend line, but it's also the high volume node of this entire range, meaning this is key support. If we can hold this support on the S&P 500, I do believe that we are going to see Bitcoin also hold support in its local range, in addition to it being the retest of the trend line and the high volume node of the range. If we pull our Fibonacci from the most recent low to the most recent high, we can also see it's the Fibonacci golden pocket and the 786, giving us some very nice intersectionality. Shout out to all my fat, white, ambiguously gendered college students majoring in trans, non-binary, carbon emission studies, because I know you guys love intersectionality, and that's exactly what we have right here on the S&P 500. This is going to be very key support. If we can hold this support, I believe we will see Bitcoin and the S&P 500 continue to the next target of resistance, which is around the 4250 zone for the S&P 500. And I also believe if the S&P 500 can hold this support, we are going to see Bitcoin stay in this local range, potentially even giving us another attempt at that $25,000 level. And of course, we know if we break 25K, we are going to see much higher prices. Now, one last word of caution right now is this. If we go to the weekly time frame and we just take a look at some things that have happened historically at this point of the bear bull market cycle, the 4-year Bitcoin halving cycle, we can see that potentially we are forming this double top, and it's eerily reminiscent to the 2015 double top that we put in after bottoming out right at the Fibonacci 786 level, which is where we're currently at right now in the Bitcoin cycle. This is also approximately a little bit before 1 year before the Bitcoin halving that we saw this double top, which basically, after a very nice relief rally, putting in a nice double top here, you can see that we pretty much gave back all those gains, putting in a double bottom before actually going off to Pump City. And this is something that we absolutely do need to be aware of right now for Bitcoin. And the reason why is because, you know, there is a very real chance that, although I am bullish in a sense that I believe that the bear market cycle bottom is in, that doesn't mean we're going straight into the bull market. I've been saying this for weeks. Typically, when the bear market cycle bottoms out, it means we grind and range for another year or so until that halving happens. And we can see here on the weekly time frame that if we're looking at this very large range, if we are really going to get a rejection from here, there's a very real possibility we could make our way all the way back down to, at the very worst, well, I shouldn't say at the very worst, in a bullish you know, there's different types of Wyckoff accumulation schematics we could be looking at, right? In one schematic, we could put in a higher low, basically coming down to around that 18.4 zone. In another more bearish schematic, they're both bullish in the long term. They're both accumulation patterns, meaning range before a major breakout. But in the short term, the more bearish scenario would actually be putting in a lower low before actually beginning a big pump. And if we take a look here at just historically the market cycles where we've bottomed out, we can see that every single market bottom has happened in between the 886 and the 786 fib level, right? And we have come down to tap the 786 fib level. So basically, my bottom target is going to be around that $9,000, $10,000 as the lowest we will come for this cycle. And if we do put in that double bottom as we put in during the last bear cycle, as well as during the 2015 bear cycle, then we can be looking for an absolute bottom to be put in anywhere between here and here. And in the long term, again, this is bullish for Bitcoin because it means that we have more time to accumulate at lower prices before the next bull cycle comes. So these are the very important levels that we need to be aware of locally and on the higher term timeframes. And so let's go back to the 1 hour and basically talk about how we are going to approach this price action today, because as you guys know, we are taking advantage of this price action, scalping, and all crazy stuff like that. In fact, in the Casper Crew VIP Discord yesterday, these are literally all the trades that we took, even just on the way down, guys. We were able to take 6 trades, shorting it from the high, took a long scalp, long scalp, long scalp, took a short from the VWAP, and then, of course, a long scalp again from the 24,150 level. All these setups were given in advance in the Casper Crew. There's plenty of opportunity no matter what is happening with the price, okay? There's always plenty of opportunity in these markets. So this is what we need to be paying very much so attention to today. If we take a look right now at what is happening as we attempt to come back inside of this trend line right now, we have what's formed a nice looking bottom, right? We put in a low and we put in a double bottom and we see momentum starting to tick up. So basically the way I'm looking at this is if we can come back inside of this trend line, we should be looking for a retest at a key level to potentially get along back up to that $25,000 level. However, if we come in here and we get a rejection, right, and we're unable to break above, then in my opinion, we can start looking for swing shorts if we take out this low right here, officially flipping it to bearish market structure. And then what we can do is we can pull our fib maybe from the high to the low that we put in and look at that golden pocket confluence with the trend line. And this could actually be a swing short position, confluence with the retest of the trend line Fibonacci golden pocket, value area low of this very large range to, unfortunately, this is just one scenario, ride this thing down until the retest is over. Of course, when New York opens, we will have to watch the S&P 500. Is this going to open bullish? Is this going to open bearish? Right now, the S&P 500 mini futures is holding this support on the daily time frame. We are printing a blue daily candle, so really keep your eyes on this level for the S&P 500. That is it for today's video, guys. May God bless you all in the name of Jesus, the Messiah. I pray everybody is very, very blessed, and I'll see everybody in that next video. Peace, guys.